I was able to convince him to go with me on a date. No, I'm kidding. We just went to have
Literally.
some. Yeah, we went to get some very expensive steak. Really, really fancy place, really cool. But long story short, I met Arturo, and we, we had a great relationship. And I majority of my business are in real estate. I also have a online um, health optimization clinic where we help people, get their health optimized. And yeah, that's pretty much the transition we're going with. So we are getting into the health business and online businesses. So I appreciate to be here with you guys.
Flor, you want to go next?
Yes, sir. Hi, everybody. My name is Floribel Hernandez. I'm the owner of Detroit Legacy Solutions. We help businesses and nonprofits get funding, and we're actually going to be scaling nationally next week as well. So very excited for that. We're going to be teaching people how to be able to do grant writing instead of us having to do the service because it's really pricey. Just be able to give more accessibility and affordability to people as well. Been with Arturo for maybe a year and a half now, going on 2. I think so far. And then, of course, I also have my partner. We are driving.
Osvaldo Sanchez. I own a concrete company, and then I've helped her kind of do the marketing. I'm going to be doing the marketing and systems aspect of her company. But yeah, we've been in this journey for about 8 years now.
Going on 8
Going on
years.
8 years.
Nice, good. Miguel, you want to go?
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? My name is Miguel Contreras. I've known Arturo for a long time, since we were probably like 15 or 14. But I live in St. Pete. I own a local junk removal company here in Tampa Bay, and also own some rentals and do flips here and there. So, yeah.
Great. Dennis, and then Chantel, and then Jimmy.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dennis. I'm from Houston. I do private banking and estate planning. So that means like I help you set up your trust. I'm really into like real estate and credit. So been rocking with you guys for a minute. So appreciate good to see new people here.
Jimmy, Chantel, go first, and then Jimmy will go last.
Wasabi, it's Chantel with a sexy S. I'm a marketing manager. I'm also a jet ski instructor, Segway tour guide, and I'm dabbling in the finance literacy space. So yeah, I'm excited for everything that's coming. I actually met Arturo like a year ago, ended up going with some other guy and paid the price for it. Yay! So now I'm back.
Jimmy, go ahead.
What's up, guys? My name's Jimmy Orath. I've actually known Arturo since high school days. I own my own tech consulting company with my wife, and honestly, the biggest thing for us is we were looking for a mentor, someone that we can trust to help us get into the real estate aspect and really understand and really level up from there.
Guys, so everybody here, okay, Carlos, we have all ranges, from starting to couple millions of dollars. Okay, everybody here is an entrepreneur or is aspiring to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so I can tell you guys, I started way at the bottom with Miguel, very, very long time ago. And yeah, get into the military, get into business. You guys know my whole story. You guys follow me, so I'm not gonna do another intro. If you want to see my intro, you guys can watch my videos. 3-minute video is on the school community. So the first thing I want to hit, everybody should be able, okay, to come into the community, okay, into the school community. Everybody here has paid. Some of you pay upwards of 30 grand. Some of you are paying, I just dropped the price to $125 a week. Okay, so this is my new offer. I'm gonna stick with that offer. You guys want to know more about it, I'll let you guys know. But from now on, it's gonna be $125 a week. Okay, one of the reasons why I'm doing it is because the Hispanic community, they're a little bit standoffish when they're gonna pay somebody 5, 10, 20, 30 grand. Okay, so I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna lower the price. They're not gonna have an excuse, and we're gonna run with it. Okay. So first thing first, does everybody have access to the account on school? If you don't have access, okay, shoot me a text, shoot me a DM, and we'll get that fixed by tomorrow. I'm pushing, I no longer have Kajabi. We're pushing everything into school now. Okay, so no more Kajabi, everything is into school. I like it better because we have an app, we can upload, it's very, very easy. Okay. So I have had a one-on-one, I believe, with everybody. If I didn't get a one-on-one with you, again, shoot me at the end. We're gonna schedule it as soon as possible. Okay. I like to get, guys, I'm a numbers guy. So for me, I want you guys to make money. Okay. I'm not like other people, you know, fucking happy and then, you know, I want to see you guys make money. And my goal for you guys to have a way to make money. Okay. As soon as humanly possible. So I know we talked to Jimmy. We're going to have a follow-up in 2 weeks. Floor, we're always talking because now we're doing business. Floor funds nonprofit. Okay. She's funded upwards of $6 million for one nonprofit. She used to work at a company. Now she's doing it on her own. Jimmy said he's a tech consultant, but he owns a casino online. Okay, so he's a gambler. Okay, so tech consultant is disguising people. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
It's what the IRS has to know. That's it.
Yeah. So he's a tech consultant just for the IRS. Okay, Dennis, he's doing estate planning. Actually, that's a very good trick. A lot of wealthy people need estate planning. You need to know how to buy a property and put it on your trust in Wyoming or wherever they're doing it now. Okay, Chantel, she does marketing. She's very, very heavy into marketing. She also has her own business. I think she has a couple of jet skis down in Fort Lauderdale. And Miguel, like he said, he does real estate, plus he got his own junk removal company. Okay, so everybody here should be making money. If you're not making money, there's something wrong with the processes. Okay, this program that I just started for $125 a week, I launched it 3 days ago. Okay, we had 4 people signed up. One of them said, hey, I got to talk to my husband. I said, cool. I haven't followed with her, but everybody here should be making money. Okay, if you're not making money, guys, I know you don't want to say it here, but hey, DM me, let me know, okay? Because I was once there. Believe me when I say that, I was once there. So with that being said, first we're going to go for questions. Any questions in regards to the funding? Any questions in regards to the credit? Any questions in regards to the loans? By the way, congrats to Carlo. Carlo's getting loans now for people, okay? He also is running ads. I'm not sure if you were able to close your second deal, but he did close his first deal of $70K. And he was doing somebody, I think you told me 100,000 or 150,000. I'm not sure if that was closed. That was last week when we spoke.
Yeah, I closed a few people, but that loan is the first time I do that loan because they were not getting approved on that bank.
Yeah.
But it was a $70,000 line of credit.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys have any
So
questions?
sorry, what was that about?
I got a client approved for a 70,000 line of credit through TD Bank. I've been running applications through there, but I finally got one approved.
Yeah.
And cool. So you're doing credit lines as well?
Yeah, I had the banking experience, but at the same time between Arturo and a few other coaches that I've done, I got everything kind of like figured out, and I got kind of connections on the banks. So then I started with, I think Arturo knows, I had a client who owed me a ton of money, and I was able to get him a line of credit, and they paid me. So they paid me with that. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make money of this. So that's why I started doing that on the side. I'm not running that. I mean, that company is run by somebody else, but I'm the owner. But I have 2 VAs on it, about to hire a third one, and we're getting close to 10 leads. I can show you guys how many leads I'm getting a day.
Carlo, when did you start?
Exactly a month ago. I have 377 leads right now on the queue. So
a month ago, he just started a month ago. Okay, so everything that that Carlos knows, you guys can just utilize Carlos, myself. I have a video that I posted on the school community of the key points in order for you guys to get the loan. Okay, there are key points in there. How you, I don't want to say finesse the bank, but there's certain things that they look for before you get approved. Okay, I have that video. Went over it. I think it was 3 classes ago, but I uploaded the video. Okay.
Yeah, the key is to pass the manual review. So you need to pass that area by making sure that there's certain things on the application that a person will not see. The system will automatically approve it. And that's the key. That's to know how to do it that way.
Exactly. And everybody here, if you know people, okay, with decent credit, you can bring them on, okay, and we'll fund them. Okay, obviously, if we do it, like you and I, you know, we're splitting it. If not, hey, if you want to do it, you take all the profit, okay, 10%. That's what I charge clients, 9.9%. So you get somebody, you know, like Carlo, one application, 9.9%, that's $7,000. You know, he has 400 and something leads. So it's a good business model. My model right now is to spread, you know, obviously I dropped the price to $125 a week. So my model right now is to spread it, to spread as much as I can push it. Okay. And
what is that? What is that $150 cover?
It's $125 a week. It covers everything. So when I say everything, for example, with Jimmy, when I started in real estate, I was able to buy properties, okay, back to back, quote unquote, but I figure out how to do it back to back. When I say back to back, I mean, you're in real estate. Whenever you go to the bank tells you, hey, you can only buy one property every year, one property every 6 months. Okay, how do you bypass that? And I'm talking about without putting the 25% down. Okay, putting 5% down. And not only putting 5% down, obviously, when you first start, okay, at least me, when I first started, through my aunt, she was a realtor, I was able to get 1 point, because she was a realtor, so she was representing me. I was able to get 1 point from her to me for the closing. The other realtor was able to give me another point, and then we asked the seller to give me 2 points. So that was 4 points that I got when I closed on the property. And then since I was prior military, I didn't have to put in a down payment. Okay, so when I closed on the property, I was able to get some money at closing. Okay, and then I rented out the rooms and I collected the first month and I collected deposits. So I was like, dude, and you know, when I got a house and fucking, you know, $1,500 by getting a house, I was like, okay, I want to repeat the process. And that's how I started in real estate. So it literally includes everything. Okay, for example, Jimmy, we have a plan for him. He wanted to get 10 properties within the next 5 years. I'm like, bro, we can do that in 1 year. You know, so it's just about the matter of, hey, do you really want to do it? Okay, let's do it. I'm going to refer you to a guy that owns a broker company that can help you get properties back to back to back, up to 4 properties back to back to back with only a 5% down. You know, so that's one of the things. The other one is access to trade lines. Okay, access to
before you go on, is that as a beginner, or is it like yeah, you can do that every year for a year?
No. For total.
For total. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, but you can do it back to back to back. So I'm talking about you close on a property today, you can close on a property next week. You can close on a property, you know what I'm saying? So it all depends. So I'll give you an example. So let's say, okay, you're in Pinellas County. You close on a property today, you can close on another property within a week if it's not in Pinellas County. If it's within Pinellas County, you gotta wait 30 days. So there's certain things that you need to do, that you need to know before you go ahead and say, hey, let me do this model. You know, so what I'm doing is I'm connecting them with the broker that's able to help them. So I'll just explain it real quick. You got 3 things in order to do that back to back to back, okay? Number 1, the right broker. A bank, a traditional bank, whenever you're buying a property from a bank, okay, on the loan, on the closing docs, is saying you are going to live there for a minimum of a year and it's going to be your primary residence. Well, guess what? The brokers, they have access to multiple banks, okay? There are banks or there are lenders that says you will use it as a primary residence. It does not say that you're going to you're going to live there for 10 days or a year. It just says you're going to use it as a primary residence. So what I did, dude, I stayed there for a week, 2 weeks. My primary residence for a week, 2 weeks. What I was doing, I was showing the house, boom, I was able to move to another one. Okay, so there are ways around it depending on the bank that you go. You're not limited to Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America. Okay, so you can actually get properties back to back to back up to 4 as a primary residence. So 4 properties is 5% down. Okay, that's literally the game when it comes to real estate. Miguel, you can do it. Like say, if you're paying your brother, okay, you know, you can increase his pay if you're looking to get a bigger house or a fourplex or whatever. And, you know, you have more leverage because you got people underneath you that, you know, that you manage. Okay. And if he wants to get a house, he can go ahead and get a house, get another house 30 days later, get another house. So in that program, it's literally a blueprint to where they want to be with the things that I have done. Okay. Whether it's funding or whether it's how to apply for a loan, whether it's how to get into real estate, whether it's whatever connect X, Y, and Z, you know? So I'm doing that. I mean, like I said, that's my only ticket that I'm gonna have from now on. Okay, the trade line. So people, you know, like for example, Chantel, she needs to know how to make her credit look good in order for her to get a loan. How does she make her credit look good? So we went over it today. Okay, there are banks out there, and I'm not sure if she already applied for them, but there are banks out there. And only banks can do this, not companies. Okay, they act as they put a loan on your credit. So, for example, Miguel, you're like, oh, okay, let's say I'm a bank. Okay, you want to make sure you have a mixed use on your credit profile. So you want maybe 2 lines of credit and 3 loans. You know, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, the loan, and yeah, I uploaded the video. So this bank, you put in, let's say $100 a month, they say, and you have a contract for 5 years. You can cancel anytime. So what do? They report that you have that loan. Okay, they report that you have that loan. Now, what I love about this bank is that at the end of the year, let's say you have a 5-year contract, but you're like after a year or 8 months, you're like, hey, you know what? I want to cancel it. I don't want to go anymore. They give you your money back and they only charge you interest. I'll give you an example. You're putting $100 a month. On the 10th month, that's $1,000. Okay, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm good to go. I already got my lines of credit, already got whatever I wanted to do. Now they give you your money back and they're only going to charge you 7% or 8%, whatever they charge. Okay, so that is gonna reflect on your credit as you had that loan. Okay, they do the same thing with a revolving account. Okay, so there's certain things that you do in order to make your credit look good. Okay, so within 6 to 8 months or a year, now you have a good credit profile. Why? Because you have 3 revolving accounts, 2 loans or 1 loan, 1 revolving account, whatever it is. Now you're able to access certain things. Okay, the same thing with building business credit. Okay, and it's all in school. Business credit, you can build business credit in 30 days. Okay, in order to get an SBA loan, you need an 80 paydex score. Okay, I have lost a lot of money because I did not know this when I first started. And I started this, dude, back in 2017. Okay, I was gonna buy a complex down in Tarpon Springs, 11 units on top and 4 units on the bottom. Okay, right in downtown. It was $1.2 million. And I was like, dude, like, I'm doing my numbers. That property is worth at least 1.6. Guess what? Somebody bought that building for 1.2. It resold for 1.6 like 3 months later, and then it resold for 1.9 9 months later. You know, so and I had the property, I had everything under contract. When I went for the loan, okay, because I was putting 10% down. When I went for the loan, guess what? Oh, Arturo, your paydex is 80. It's not 85. Let's fix it. Well, guess what? I called Dun & Bradstreet. I paid them $3,500. Hey, you know, I need a paydex score. You know, I need a ratio. Oh yeah, it's $3,400, whatever it is. We're gonna call the people that you have done business with, and we verify and we just put it on. Well, fucking took them a month, and guess what? I got out the contract. They sold it to somebody else. Okay, why? And I would have made $500,000 in a matter of 5-6 months. Okay, I knew what the property was worth. So by me not having that knowledge, I lost money. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the examples of everything that I have. You know, Jimmy said, "Hey, Arturo, you know, his goal was 10 properties within 5 years." I'm like, bro, if you're willing and you got the guts, we can go ahead and do that shit in 1 year. Okay, and we put together a plan where, hey, you know, we still gotta talk. You guys talk about it. Let's do it. I'll introduce you to the broker. Boom, you start making a deal. You know, and then as soon as you're looking for one, get 2, 3, and I think he wants to do Airbnb. Okay, I doubt with Airbnb. I'll be honest, I don't really like it because it's a lot of work for little money. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not. I sold the properties. Okay, so just giving you guys an example of it's not just a hey, how to get properties. It's not just a credit. Okay, I'm getting people their money back from, you know, people they're paying upwards of $50,000 to people and they don't fulfill the contract. Okay, I have another video that I showed, hey, how can you pretty much, not, I don't want to say guaranteed, but how can you have a 99% approval on getting your money back, even though the bank denied you?
Third party, right?
Third party.
Third party company. Dude, that's brilliant, bro. I was like, that's amazing.
You do a third party company, okay? You do a third party company that works on your behalf that you control. Okay, and then, I mean, the one that will seal the deal is an attorney's letter. Okay, and when I say an attorney, I'm talking about
Letterhead.
Not only letterhead, and I went over this with a guy earlier. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, so what sounds better? Genvini Consulting or Stonebridge Partners?
Stonebridge.
100% Stonebridge. Okay, so when the bank gets a letter, Stonebridge Partners, okay, legal consult, okay, and they get a letter saying my client was defrauded of $50,000, yada yada yada, and we ready to file an FTC report X, Y, and Z, and they actually read it, okay, which once you open a claim, they have to read all the documents, you're gonna get your fucking money back. Okay, so there's a lot of things that I done because I lost a lot of money. I don't want that to happen to, you know, to everybody. Okay, so it's not only like, hey, real estate, whatever. Yeah, our focus is getting money. And I'm going to show you guys today how all of you can start making, I mean, Miguel, you already started making, you know, money online, even though you have, you know, your brick and mortar businesses, you already started making money online. You know, same with Carlos, he opened it a month ago. He already started making money online. You know, Flor, she started with us. She took a little bit, okay, but she quit her job. She got into selling. Hey, I'll fund your nonprofit, okay, with a front end and a back end fee. So there's a lot of ways to make money. You just have to be niched down, you know. And then if you really want to take it as a business, obviously that's another consultation, whatever. But dude, I brought in guys from 7-8 grand a month to 150K a month, from 0 to $500 a week. So I always say, don't try to reinvent the wheel, because me, it's be like, oh no, I think this is better. And what is it? Why did I think this is better? It's an ego. Oh no, I think this is better than that one. No, we just follow the same process. I'm saying, as long as we follow the same process, we're gonna get the same result. Now, once we're making, I want to say $1 million a month, 1.2. Okay, hey, now you can reinvent the wheel and try different things. You know, because when you keep trying different things, something new will take off. Okay, and all you really need is one thing to work. Okay, all you really need is one thing to work to fucking blow up. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, after you can lose 9 times, but you get that one right, and you're gonna make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So my goal for you guys is to start making money online like yesterday if you haven't. You know, if you guys need help on doing that, obviously, everybody here has my number. Everybody here is paying, so you can text me. Guys, I give you guys my number. You know, you guys can text me. So obviously, as we grow, I'm going to start running ads. As we grow, you know, I'm going to put certain people in place, whatever. But, you know, we just started this community, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. you know, the whole $125 a week. So it's something that I want to make accessible to everybody, you know, because I know it can help a lot of people. Okay, right now we're working with Floor on building a guy's business credit. Okay, guys, you can charge $3,000 to build business credit. Why? Because these guys don't know. What do? You add 2 trade lines that are about $90. So with $100, you make 3 grand. Why? Because this guy wants to get an SBA loan, but he doesn't have business credit. He's not approved. He doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things you guys can use to start making money. Okay. Anyways, 7:02. I don't wanna keep rambling on. Any questions about anything right now? Go ahead, Flor.
I do have a quick
I
question.
do.
Regarding, oh, sorry, Chantel, my bad. Regarding the Parada mortgage, did you put that video inside of the online school community through your classroom or just through
cannot.
Kajabi?
No, I cannot because I have to get licensed for that. So I couldn't. I
Oh.
can't put it out there. Yeah, he can come and speak. He can come and speak like he did, you know, last year. I can call him to speak. Right now, he has given that business to his wife. Okay. And he actually has a huge nonprofit. Okay. He's in partnership with Trump Jr. He's in partnership with the president of El Salvador. Okay, so he has gotten in very into politics because he wants to run for government in El Salvador. So I can bring him on.
Wow.
You know, he's a good friend of mine. Okay, I met him when I was the treasurer of the Republican Hispanic Assembly of Florida. Okay, that's how I met him. You know, high level individual, his own business, Marine veteran, and obviously he went a different way. His business is still running. We can still run the same play, but he doesn't run that anymore with his wife. Okay, but
Okay.
bring him in. You know, talk to him. I asked him actually to come in couple of days ago. He said Thursday I can. My kids are playing soccer, so you know he's gonna go watch his kids play soccer. But I can bring him in, or if you guys are ready to pull the trigger on a house, I can link you up with him. Okay, of
Appreciate it. Thank you.
course. Chantel, you had a question?
Yes. I was going through the videos and the e-credible thing. I had issues going through because you can do your rent. You said your rent, you can do your utilities, you can do your internet, you can add um phone bill. This is for like for your business credit.
Yeah.
That e-credible.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you add the rent or the phone bill?
You send them your lease agreement. Okay, and then they call and verify the lesser.
So do you do the same thing with your phone bill? And 'cause there's a couple that they didn't have an area for you to upload it.
Yeah,
So,
so I done it. I did this a long time ago with my rent. Okay, and I also helped a couple friends do it also. I signed the lease. They need a high credit score. I signed the lease, and I think they can backdate it up to 2 years.
okay, so I can get like a copy from my apartment, all the payments that I went through already, or they can just go through my account.
No, they'll call them. They gotta verify somebody.
So just gotta show my lease.
Yep, you show the lease. That's what they did. I mean, I did this a few years ago. That's what they did when my friend did his, and you know when we did it. So
Okay, so all my bills, all the bills that I have, just do that. Just send in like the bill.
yeah, I will do two. I will do your rent and maybe your phone bill.
Okay.
Okay, I wouldn't do a lot of little ones because then whenever you go to apply for credit card or lines of credit, they're gonna see all little ones. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to have that. You can do two, three. If you are doing SBA, yeah, you can put a couple of them. But to be honest, you know, with $100, you can get an 80 payday score, and then you can just
Okay, so the phone and the rent.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Appreciate you.
100%. Anybody else have any questions before we move to what I want to show you guys? No? Okay. So today, and this is something I want to do with you guys, okay? I'm going to show you, listen, guys, I haven't ran ads, okay? I haven't ran ads, and, you know, we got some people to sign up. Obviously, I'm going to blow this out of proportion, but I'm going to show you guys a strategy that I have taught people in the past, okay, and that I'm gonna implement right now today. I'm gonna show you guys, hey, look, I got 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients, okay? So first, we're gonna watch the video. And by the way, this is all in school, okay? Um, okay, can you guys see my screen? Yeah? Okay. How to sell through Instagram ads.
This is a new drop, right? New video.
Yep.
Having an e-commerce store and a brick and mortar store, keeping track of inventory was a headache.
People are making thousands of dollars each
Okay, what
month
the
with
hell
passive income by dropshipping.
You know what's crazy? I pay for this, and I still get commercials.
Okay, guys, this is something that anybody can do. Anybody that's selling anything online, this is something that you can do. Okay, it's gonna take 2 minutes. So look at my story. Okay, not that one, not that one. Bam. Do you wanna make more money?
So I call this the 3-story post, okay, and how any of you guys can actually start making money tomorrow. Okay, is 3 stories, literally how I describe it, 3 stories that you do because you want to attract leads. You don't want to go ahead and try to push. You want to attract leads. Okay, so just watch it.
So the first poll should be something with an obvious answer. Yes or no, they want to make more money? Everybody wants to make more money. So that is post number 1. Post number 2, you show a transformation. Okay, so let me see if I can put volume on this thing. Where's volume? All right.
I had my first woman that eat it all. If you can't get the table, can't eat with it. Hey, I'm Gypsy Cunningham, and I'm the owner of Cheese Life Consulting. And since working with Arturo and how he structures my offer, I had my first $80,000 month, and it's gone off to doing 100K.
Okay, so that is the second post. Okay, that is the second post. A transformation. Jeff was stuck at $6,000 to $7,000 a month. Now he makes over $100,000 a month. Obviously, he's giving me a shout out. Why? Because help him make money. Okay, that's post number 2. Post number.
Niggas want to see you lose when you're making analysts hands. They bring it.
Post number 3. Do you want results like this? Who doesn't want results like Jeff? Okay, he went from 6.
So you're on post number 3. You refer back to the second. Okay, so remember 3 posts, and we're gonna do it. Okay, I want you guys to do it. Everybody who wants to, start trying to make some money online, so you can see how it works. Post number 1, something where they are engaging, an obvious question. Do you want to make more money? Do you want to get your credit fixed? Do you want to travel on a laptop and make more money? Yada yada. Post number 2, you show the transformation of what you've done. Okay, if you don't have a transformation, you can say, hey, I got, show your own. Okay, hey, I was able to bring my credit up, 10 points, 30 points, 100 points. Post number 3, hey, do you want results like? And you refer to the second one.
$7,000 to over $100,000 a month, right? Who doesn't want results like this? So then let me show you. Let's see if I can open it. Seen by 12 people. Okay. I want to see. So you can't see it through here. Okay, view insights. No. Okay, so everybody who answered this story is a lead. I have about 15 people that answered the story. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So remember, it's just 3 simple posts. Okay, you do it once or twice a week. I'm running it Tuesday, Thursday, sometimes I run it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, easy leads. Okay, something that anybody can do. I'm just giving you guys value. So let me show you. Let me open my Okay, so 14 people said yes, 1 person said no. Those are all, even the person that said no, those are all leads. Everybody participated. So don't really worry about Number one or number two, who doesn't want to make?
Hey, I'm Gypsy Cunningham,
Yeah.
and I'm woman and eat it up. Is your gang at the table? Can't eat with that gang.
Obvious question. Do you want to make more money? Yes or no? You guys already have to know the answer to it. You want to make more money? Yes. Cool.
Hey, I'm Gypsy Cunningham.
Bam. Jeff was stuck at $6 to $7 a month. Now he makes over $100,000 a month. Boom. He's literally explaining there what he's doing.
And I'm the owner of Cheese Life Consulting, and since working with Arturo and how he structures my offer, I had my first $80,000 a month, and it's gone off to doing 100K.
Bam. Do you want results like Jeff? Boom. Those are all leads. Guys, so I'm giving you guys this free value. Okay. Take advantage of it.
Okay, so my thing is this, and I'm gonna ask you guys, and we're gonna go on votes. Okay. Do you guys wanna, I'm gonna do it so I can show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna do the post right now. Okay, I'm gonna make a post. I mean, obviously, yeah, I have a lot of results, but it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter if you have results yet or not. Jimmy, I'm not sure if you still have, you know, if you want to get into the online space or online game. I know you have the casinos or whatever, but this is effective. Any one person answers, and guess what? You just talk to them. And you know what you do afterwards, before the thing is about to end? You resend all of that, your first post, you resend it to everybody who watches your stories. Okay, guys, it's a fucking no-brainer. You resend it to 100 people. People know what you're about. You're just reminding them because people do need, reminders. Okay, you send it to 100 people watch your story. Guess what? At least one of them is gonna buy. Okay, that's just how it is, and that's how you can start building your audience, building your community. Okay, obviously this is, you know, I was helping guys like, yeah, they're already established. They just need to know how to scale. Okay, Jeff, he was selling high ticket. Okay, he was selling high ticket, so he was able to scale from 7-8 grand. Now I think he's like at a 130 or between 100 and 150 of floats in and out. So do you guys want to do that, or you guys want to do it on your own? Because we can take some time right now and do it, and I encourage every single one of you to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna put some music, and I'm gonna give it 5-7 minutes to do the post. Okay, 5-7 minutes. Remember, 3 posts. If you have questions, write it here in the chat. Let me open the chat. Okay, any questions that you have, let me know. Okay, but let's do that so you guys can make some money. Everybody here should have the trade lines. Okay, so what can you guys say? If you guys haven't sold anything online before, you can say, hey, do you want to make money online? Great. Hey, I have trade lines. For sale, wholesale price. Okay, or hey, do you want to get into, you know, if you have an Amex? Okay, or hey, do you want something that you guys have done? Okay. So
Trade lines would be great with credit, like if they want to get their credit.
100%. You want to boost your credit. Add these trade lines in there. You know, obviously don't show the prices that I gave you. Okay. Hey, you wanna get trade lines. Chantel, guarantee, boom. You asked me how to get money online. I said, hey, I'm gonna show you today. Okay, and this is how you do it. Okay, so let me put some music on. And we're going to start posting. Okay, so you guys can start now, by the way.
To some.
The pharmacy.
Like a tall bitch, I'm looking like a lick. Think a big swap thumb in my fist. Entertainment with your bitch at night like Nick. Jerky Josh,
Definitely
bitch.
this song.
Like a Jackson one club, I hit. Crying in the club with.
From Bruno Mars.
Got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? Show your ass invited. So gonna get to clapping. So pop a phone, pop a phone. Turn around and drop it, throw a pan, drop it on me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. The tell for dinner. Julio served that skippy. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take no wallet if you want it now. In the Cadillac, girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. Oh, jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on ice. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Fire and light, silk sheets and diamonds. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Something trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my flica. Girl, I'll be a flica. Mama, promise that I can keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the favorite. Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us. Say it's us. And I'm dreaming. In the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. Jewelry so bright. Strawberry champagne on ice. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Fire and light, silk sheets and diamonds. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. If you wanna go, baby, here I am. Baby, it's on, 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 it's on. That's what I like. That's what I like. Like you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Así que quieres aprender inglés. Aquí tienes 3 mitos que son completamente falsos. Uno, debes hablar.
As soon as you walk in, I'm wearing Cuban links, inside a mix, yeah. The woods, their shoes. Don't look at me, it's up. Don't look at the color, the blue. Shit. I'm a dangerous man. Put some money in my pocket. Here you go. So many pretty girls in front of you, and they're waking up. Here you go. Hey, you there? Fix your place. Say, I thought they all be chicken. Here you go. Hey, it's on there. Church. Gangsters, bad bitches, and your ugly ass friends. I cannot preach. I cannot preach. I got the shoe on. Can't get it in. Take your, do your, take your, they like money and shit. Get the gun on Jesus. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. So many pretty girls around me and they're wicked. You know? You mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jumping. It's all there.
Okay, so now first you guys almost done. Okay, but I'm finishing mine. Why?
You're to be like, oh, so bad. You're to be like, oh, so bad. You're to be like, oh, so bad. Now, watch me take it. What's that sound? Oh, now. Feeling just jump.
Hey guys, so I just finished mine, and let me know if you guys are almost there. Okay, so just start turning your camera on. I want to see. I'll show you guys mine, but I want to see you guys as yours also. Okay, if you guys did it. Anybody that wants to show theirs or is doing theirs? Okay. So I'm just gonna show the ones that I just did. Let me see if they posted already. Let's share my screen. Okay. So can you guys see my screen? wanna show you.
Been trying all my
Guys, everything I post, okay, is literally for attention. Okay. The more attention you get, the more eyeballs you get, even if they're bad, you're gonna make more money. That's just how it goes. That's just literally, okay. So even the music, I put hype music. Why? It gets people going. Okay, so
sacrifice. Hustle pay the price.
okay, so it hasn't posted yet. Let me redo it. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna go. So this is, well, for those of you who want to know, I posted on the chat, I added a few people to American Express that has a 9 years, and they're good for a year. Why? Because I control them, so I don't have to let people out in fucking 2 months. Okay, so Chantel got in. Who else got in? Dennis got in, and then Andreas got in. Okay, obviously this is separate. I'm keeping people there for a year. I do have limited spots. So I got, 3 people were able to come in.
What is that about, bro? Sorry, I missed that.
So, okay, so if you don't have an Amex and you want to get into Amex, okay, American Express, if you don't have it, right now, being an authorized user is not good enough. Okay, you have to be an account manager plus an authorized user. Now, and there's a video there where I'm explaining literally the whole thing with Amex. Okay, Amex, they give you very high limits. You have to know how to get in. Once you're in, you're good. Okay, I have a video there explaining how to get 3 times your credit limit every 3 months. Okay, so anyways, okay, so they get in as an authorized user for a year or manager of my account. Okay, why? The whole point is for it to report on their personal credit. Therefore, whenever they're ready, guess what? Now they're easier to get in. So that's what that is. So look there, I'm literally explaining what's going on with Amex. So let's go to this one. Okay. The 3-post strategy. So it's loading, obviously. Obviously, it has to load. So the 3-post strategy. The background to get attention. Do you want to boost your credit score 50 to 86 points? The second post, hey, results. Okay, boom, you're a little fire. Okay, you want them to engage. When they already engage in here, okay, obviously here I'm a little bit more precise. A general question is like the one I had before. Do you want to make money? Everybody can say yes. Obviously, you want to get them engaged because guess what? They engage once, they're going to engage 2, 3 times. Okay, so boom, they engage. Whoever says yes, boom. Okay, you show result, hard ink remove, hard remove. This is actually from Andreas. Okay, he sent me all these results. Hey man, this is what I did. Okay, with his credit repair. Okay, he's like, hey man, this is what I did. Which, by the way, we recorded the video and it's on the school community. Okay, hey, this is what I did. Boom, so I posted his result. Do you want results like that? Yes, show me. No, I want to stay mediocre. Okay, you want to trigger people. Okay, so this is, guys, this by tomorrow at this time, guarantee everybody who engage, I'm going to get on a call with them. That's number 1. Number 2, everybody who saw this post, you know what I do? I got it and I resend it to them. Okay, go ahead. Boom, boom, boom. I just sent it to them. Hey man, I saw you watch my story. You want to make more money? Hey, I saw you watch my story. You want to raise your credit? Hey, I saw you watch my story. Okay. It's really that simple, guys. This is obviously before, whenever you start online, you don't want to drop money on ads. You want to validate your offer. Okay. How do you validate your offer? Three things. Research what the people in your community are doing. And guess what? Either beat them or, okay, beat them on the price, or if you're already an influencer, got a lot of following, guess what? You can go ahead and start selling generic. And guys, I've done this with guys that had 400 followers. Okay, and they made money. I did it with a fitness guy 2 years ago. Hey man, I can't make money. I said, hey, do these 3 posting. Okay, he paid for a consultation. I said, okay, what is it you need? Oh, I need to make more money on my coaching. Okay, dude, do this first, validate your offer, then come to me, we'll run ads.
Is this strategy, bro? I saw this popping up for a while. Is this you think this strategy works today with, I guess, is it with high ticket? Is it with low ticket?
Dude, it works with any ticket. It doesn't matter. I sold $10,000 off that. Okay. The ticket comes in on the value that you offer. Okay, that's where your ticket price comes in. So for example, right now, what I'm gonna be running, you know, we had my girl run an ad. Okay, we recorded an ad. What if the ad said, hey, do you wanna boost your business credit? Do you wanna boost your personal credit? Do you wanna add Amex trade lines on your personal credit? So you want them to say yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, put your name and number, and you're gonna make it say name and number, and we'll tell you how. Okay, or if you want to be more precise, for $125 a week, I can teach you how. Okay, so that's the ad. Obviously, I'm gonna be running. Okay, and it's gonna be in Spanish. So there's many people out there, they don't even know that their business has a credit score. Okay, there's many people.
So is the play with school community to get a lot more people reoccurring?
100%.
Get up to 50, 100K a month, and then you just you deal with your churn by adding more people every month.
I deal with what?
With your churn.
With my churn, what do you mean?
Churn is like people that drop off.
Oh yeah, dude. But to be honest, dude, when you provide value, okay, this is not just like a, you know, like for example, okay, and I want you to be honest. So, I mean, and it took you many years to kind, you know, and we've known each other for a long time. So how much money do you think you can make with the knowledge that you learned since the past 2 months, 3 months that you've been with me?
Oh, dude, I told you, dude. I would say I probably made 40K that first week, just by that strategy, by that offer, or yeah, by that offer strategy.
Okay, so whenever you're giving people value, okay, people are just gonna come in and leave. Hey, if they just come in and leave, it's cool. I'm not mad at it. You know, like $125 ain't gonna make me fucking richer. You know,
Are you from that? Are you trying to upsell to the people that are already there, like to a higher ticket thing, or?
I'm giving them tools that they can buy. Okay. For example, the whole thing with having a third party. Okay. You know how I learned that? I lost a shitload of money. You know what I'm saying? So if people don't see the value on what I have, I don't want them. If they want to leave, or they think they're sneaking, or they think they're sneaking, they made a little bit of money, and now they got all this information. Because to be honest, you pay $125 and you can leave next week. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, bro, because and Miguel, you know this because you're a pastor, or you were a pastor. Somehow, some way, if it's God or the universe, but the law works, the more you give, the more you get. So if you truly have that self-belief and that self-thought, hey, I make sure Miguel's good for the rest of his life. Okay, you know, you did pay 12 grand or whatever it is, you know, to come in and learn whatever. but I know you're gonna make money. I know you got value. You know what I'm saying? You got value for your business. You're getting value today. You're getting value tomorrow. So, and you're an entrepreneur. You know, you're an entrepreneur. You know, you made 7 figures. So, if people that come in are not sure about what I have to offer and they just leave, I already know they're not going to be successful. Why? Because the mindset is not there. You know?
Yeah.
And you can give anybody, you know, if you give somebody $1 million, if they don't have the mindset on how to multiply it, they are going to lose it, bro. That's plain and simple. So that is how I operate. Okay. I don't care if you pay me, you know, 30K, 20K, then it's pay me 20 grand. Okay. I got somebody else that paid me 50 grand for the same knowledge that we have now. You know why? Because I understand, and they also understand, one little tweak in their business is going to exponentially grow them. Okay. And how does it work? Hey, Miguel, if I can make you an extra $100,000 a year, by law, it can be in a month, it can be in a year, it can be in 10, it can be in 20. God's timing. I know for a fact I'm going to make 7 times fold. Okay. The Bible talks about it. The Bible talks about not only paying people, okay, or hiring many advisors, something that it says, okay, you know, I know I'm butchering it, but it says, with many advisors, plans succeed, okay, with no advisors, plans fail. Okay, I know it's in Proverbs because I listened to the Proverbs so many times before. So to me, that's one quote that, hey, why do you think I spend money in mentorship? Even recently, you know, I'm paying people for mentorship, including for my own business. Hey, man, I saw that you have this AI that does this. Yeah, how much is it? $5 grand. Okay. Cool. You're telling me that's what it has? I can decrease my job. You know, I can decrease my job instead of being there for an hour. I can be there for, you know, 10, 15 minutes. Hey, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to value. You know, Miguel, and it comes down to value and the presentation. So if I say, hey, Miguel, how much you're making right now? Okay, 100 a month or 200 a month. Okay, I can double your revenue in 90 days, and I'm charging 50K. So you're thinking, okay, you can double my revenue in 90 days. I mean, you're making 200,000. Next month or in 90 days, you're gonna be making 400,000. Will you pay me 50K? 100%.
Of course.
100%, of course. You know, so whenever you're taught, whether it's high ticket or low ticket, it's on the presentation and the other person's perspective. You know, you have the value, you busted yourself, you know, working since you were young, got into business, you work every day, you work hard, you're a family guy. So now, does that person believe you? Usually they believe you. They seen you from nothing and now you're making something. Usually 9 out of 10. Another trigger is, hey, you have a 9 to 5, you get out of your 9 to 5. I help you make what you make on your 9 to 5 in 3 months. You see what I'm saying? So once people see the value and you can super, you know, you can exponentially grow their business, they're going to hire you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, hey, okay, if I can show business owners just by them increasing their Paydex score, I can run an ad saying, hey, increase your Paydex score in 30 days or less, $500, guaranteed, or your money back. How many people you think I'll get trying to come in? A lot.
Yeah.
You know, people that are looking for why, because they don't really know how to do it. So hey, I'll do it for $500, and you know, you gotta have a couple $100 to make sure it works, and that's it. So you're gonna spend $600 in total, but it's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know your audience. Me right now, I'm gonna get into the Spanish community. Okay, and I'm saying business credit, personal credit, access to 40K plus, 60K plus. Why 40K? Because that's the average that most people are gonna get if they don't want to pay for, you know, the revolving accounts or the loans. Okay, so I'm like, hey, do you want X, Y, and Z? It's only $125 a week. So I don't care if they come in and they don't like what I have to give, they can bounce, but it doesn't matter. So can I upsell them on something? Yeah, it depends. If I have a guy that, another seven-figure earner that wants to learn how to talk to a pretty woman. Okay, I'll charge him 50 grand because I know many rich guys can't talk to pretty women. And it's true. And the thing is why? Because they're antisocial, because they were so focused on their business that they lost the human feel and the human touch. They don't understand how to. They think, okay, I made money, the girls should come to me. And then they're like, well, why doesn't the girls come to me? Because I have a lot of money. And then they go downhill from there. And how do you think you have a guy from the street with very beautiful girls? Why? Because they know how to talk, they know how to play the game. And how do they learn it? By trying and trying and trying and trying. Thank God I have both. So hey, yeah, I got money, but I also know how to talk to a girl. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I understand and I haven't lost my human touch. Yeah, I love business, I like business. When I'm with you guys, we talk about money, but when I'm with my girl, hey, babe, let's go eat over here. I found a really good steak place. I want you to try. Girl, I know girls like to get led. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, hey, you need this? Don't worry, baby. I get you 2 of them. So I understand that many men, especially wealthy men, and I know that because I see it all the time, they mess everything up. Okay. Oh, where do you want to go? They have the girl thinking where they want to go. Oh, flowers every day. Okay, maybe sending her or going with flowers the first day, maybe a good idea. I wouldn't push it. My first day, we're gonna go drink coffee. I want to see what type of girl you. I want to see if you're worth it to go out on a date with me. Okay. They don't really know, but when we're on a date, I ask a lot of questions. What do you do? Where's your mom from? What does she do? What does your dad do? How long you been doing that? What do you want to do? Yada, yada, yada. I just want to know about them. And then if I'm interested, hey, we'll go to our next date. You know what I'm saying? So you can attest, Miguel, many guys that have money, they're not very good with women. And it's because they lost that human touch because they were so into the business. So when you put it into perspective, and I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. If you can find, let's say, a 45-year-old bachelor guy that, hey, he's done wasting his time on the streets and on the club. He's done. He wants to get settled. He wants to get married. And he wants a hot 24-year-old, dark hair from, I don't know, Russia. Okay. Okay, brother, that's your dream. I get it. If I can get you on a date, okay, within 2 weeks with 2 girls, how much will you pay for that? Somebody that's making 8 figures, they're gonna drop 50K. Why? Because you're giving them their dream. You know what I'm saying? So people will overpay for their dream. And to be honest, it's not even overpaying. It's just, hey, okay, we're all human. We all want to be loved. We all want to be in a community. We all want to feel like we're worth it, like we're doing something. And most men, all they have is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And then most men that don't have a lot of money, what do they want? They want, you know what I'm saying? They want to have a lot of money. So it's like you have to know how to navigate in different areas. And most people don't. Most people don't because of the way they grew up, and it's something that you got to learn and you got to teach yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you say, hey, can you sell high ticket? You can sell high ticket, your business. Hey, I'll teach you how to start a business for 10 grand and I guarantee you make 10 grand or your money back. Oh yeah, man. Okay. How am I going to make 10 grand? Okay. You need at least $20,000 to put down payment on a truck, on a trailer, and to at least drop 5 grand on ads. And I can guarantee you're going to make at least your investment back with me within a year.
So let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you maybe a little bit of specific and hopefully it'll help everybody. So I started my little junk removal course, right? I sell one like I just sold one today, but like the first day I sold like 3 or 4 of them. I think it was like $2 grand. $500 a piece, right? But I run into the same thing that I think you run into, like, and $500 for a lot of people are like, it's a lot. And I thought about just doing lower ticket, $100, I don't know, $100 a month, $200 a month, I don't know. It's not a lot because I've told these people like, hey, you can make this money like back with one job, you know. So what would you counsel me in my situation? Because I get the views, bro. Like my TikTok, I got like 30,000 followers and I get thousands of views and messages every day. But same thing. People
Okay, so I'll tell
as,
you.
as
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, here's a lot of problem that I used to have, and so this is the problem. Okay, you get a lot of message and you can't keep up with it. Number
Yep.
one, okay, or number two, you will spend a lot of money in ads and you don't have time. So as soon as you start making money, you have to follow up your leads within 6 minutes. That's the rule. Within 6 minutes, somebody answer, hey brother, boom, talk to them all day on the phone. Hey, okay, it's a job. You know what I'm saying? So what would I recommend you to do? I would recommend hire an assistant, pay them the $1,000. That's what I pay my VA, $1,000 a month, and train her. Hey, listen, everybody that comes in, you tell her within 5 minutes, you answer. That's your whole job. Within 5 minutes, you answer. Okay, and what do you do? This is what you say, and I'm gonna give you guys a script, okay? Because I have a friend that makes over $500,000 through text messages, $500,000 a month through text messages through his old leads. So if these are old leads, in new leads, it works fine. Okay, what do? I'll give you an example. Okay, you watch my story and you're like, hey Arturo, I want to boost my score. Oh, nice. Okay, can you get on a call right now? I know you're excited to boost your score. You're gonna say, yeah, sure. We're gonna go, hey brother, what's up? Okay, you wanna boost your score? Okay, where you at now? Oh man, I'm at 550. Do you know why you're at 550? Oh, yeah, I got late payment. I got late payments. I have a default. I have a charge off account. I got this. Oh wow, damn bro, that sucks. Okay. What would it do for you if we clean it? Oh man, I can get a house. Okay, well, hey, I have a program that helps you how to clean your credit. It's $125. Dude. So for $125, you can get a house. No brainer. I'll pay fucking a couple grand, if I was back then to get a house. You see what I'm saying? So whenever, and this is yourself, okay? If you can have people tell you what their problem is and what their dream is, all you have to do is put in your service as the outcome for that dream. Okay, and that's literally sales 101. So to answer your question, you're asking me, hey Arturo, what would you recommend me to do to sell more? Obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna, we're gonna rehearse it. Miguel, why do you want to sell more?
I guess to help more people.
To help more people. Why do you want to help more people?
Because I see people in the struggle, bro. The American dream for immigrants is an American nightmare.
Literally, okay. Why is the American dream for immigrants the American nightmare?
They're stuck with two hourly jobs. They work for 20, 30 years. They get sick and go back home in a box.
Got it. Okay. So I'm guessing since you answered the ad or my post, you want to know how to start your own junk removal business, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to start your own junk removal business. Why? What would that do for you?
Yeah, buy my house, take care of my kids.
Okay. Why is buying a house and taking care of your kids important to you?
They're my life.
Okay. Can you agree? My program, okay, is $1,000, but I'm gonna give it to you for $497 if you get it today, and I can guarantee if you follow what I tell you, you'll make your money back in 30 days. Will you come in?
Yeah, sure.
100% yes, because you just put in a state of mind of their struggle, their dreams, your product, okay, is the railroad to their dreams.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Now, how do you do it on DMs? On DMs, and I'm gonna show you guys a strategy for DMs. Okay. My friend has 7 different VAs. All they do is text all the leads all day. That's all they do. He's making around $500,000 a month. Okay. And these are all the leads that came into his platform and did not buy. So he says, hey, Miguel, I saw you watch that video. Oh, yeah, man, I did. It's too expensive. Yeah, man, I know it is too expensive. A lot of people can't, you got to relate. A lot of people can't afford it. Hey, but I have a deal for you. Would you like to hear it? Sure. Okay. My deal is, my program is $497. Well, I'm giving you a deal where you can name your own price, and I will guarantee that you will get that price. Many people, guess what? They don't want to insult him, so they try to reach that price. Okay? His $407 product that nobody bought, that these people did not buy, now I'm giving you the option, hey, Miguel, how much will you pay for my product? I know you want it. How much will you pay? Yeah, damn, I can probably pay $300. You're gonna try to get to that goal. Okay. You know what you're selling? A username and a password. So you have to make that switch. Okay. You have to make the switch of, don't think, oh my goodness, my product is so good, I will not sell it less than $500. No, dude. My boy has sold this thing for $20. His $500 program for $20. Okay. Using that strategy. Okay. So your product that you built and that took you, 5 years and you worked so hard, guess what, man? You have to let it go for cheap. Miguel, it took me years to learn this because I was like, hell no, dude. I dropped 30 grand. I got scammed 100K. This guy took me for 200. I am not selling less than 10 grand. Okay. Once you let go of it emotionally, now you can accept the fact, like, for example, everything that I'm giving today, okay, for $125 a week. And if you guys can close it out, go run with it. I know the value that I gave. I know you're going to make money, but dude, when you have an abundance mindset, there is no, how do you say it? There is no way you can lose. There's no way I can lose. There is no way. What am I going to lose? I can't go back to being illegal on the streets anymore. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to lose? They're going to take my papers and take my job and take my knowledge and put me back in the streets, living in a car like I done? No. What's my worst case scenario? My worst case scenario is $5 grand a month. You know what I'm saying? That is my worst case scenario. Okay. Why? Because I'm military retired. Okay. So I can go anywhere and say, dude, I can go to a restaurant and increase their sales by 20%.
I thought about that, bro.
Dude, so the reality is, the more value you give or the more you help other people achieve their dreams, you will achieve your dreams. It's just nature, just the law. That's just how it is. That's just the universe. That's why, me and my friend who runs a big company, a big marketing company, he said, dude, just sell everything for $125. One offer, whoever comes in, they come in, do your thing, give value. We're going to kill it. I said, sure, let's do it.
Hey, Arturo.
Go ahead.
Can you get, I heard that if you're a veteran, you can get, and you partner up with a veteran, you can get higher SBA loans.
I don't know. If you I don't really see the reason why a veteran will get a higher SBA loan. So I'll tell you something, with VA loans, you can get 100% financing. Okay. if you are a roommate with a veteran and a veteran that got out honorably, you can get the same benefits.
I think that had to do with government contracts, so I might be mistaken whether it's SBA or
government contracts, you do have priority.
yeah.
And if you're Black or Spanish, you have more priority. Or if you're Black, Spanish, and a woman, you go to the top. Okay, so if Chantel and I have the same qualifications just by her being Black and being a woman, guess what? She's gonna get priority over me. Okay, so there are some benefits. But at the end of the day, dude, when your mindset is to get money, you're gonna get money. Okay, is it easier? Probably. You know what I tell you, that I did 5 years in the Marine Corps, okay, working 4:30 in the morning, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Okay, I went from being 115 pounds to 185 pounds with 11% body fat. So I had to build myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to, I mean, and Jimmy can attest to it, Miguel can attest to it. I had to literally reinvent myself. Okay, how? Through struggle, through living in the car, through hanging out with the wrong people, you know, through my girl left me, and all these things that build you. You know, so you get to you literally get to wherever you want to get if you truly want it. That's something that I can attest. That's why I'm not worried about if somebody comes in and they leave. It doesn't matter. It wasn't their time. They'll probably come back tomorrow. It is what it is. I'm really not worried about it. Anyway, guys, anybody has questions, more questions?
I gotta jump off. I got another call, but good seeing everyone.
Right,
See you
Miguel,
guys.
take care.
Peace,
So
bro.
no questions. We went past 28 minutes, 30 minutes.
Hey, I was still not able to log into the school, so if you can please send me another link, maybe I'll try it out again.
Okay, Chantel, you were able to go in, right? And I know you had issues.
Yeah, I had it happen today. I was able to go in.
Perfect. Floor. Thank you, Jimmy.
All right. You all have
You want to know what I did?
No, were you able? Hold on, Chantal. Were you able to log into school?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go in, it does say, hey, 10 grand, whatever, you have to go past it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went past it and I just created an account and let me in.
Perfect. Okay, good. So then we gotta fix that tomorrow. Okay, I have a few people that were not able to get in, so we'll fix it tomorrow when Christine comes in. Okay, guys, any other questions? No questions. Okay, so I just saw your text, Jimmy. We'll get on a call right now. Okay. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys next week. Any questions? Shoot me a DM.
Appreciate you always, Arturo.
Of course. Take care. Bye bye.
All right, have a good one.
Bye, everybody.